Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're diving into Starsector, where we will be building the most advanced empire in the world. To achieve that we have two options. We are either going to pour ridiculous amounts of money into research, or simply undermine the competition. The fleet you start with is nothing impressive, just one frigate and this plain piece of scrap, so trading is our only option. While trading we get a choice to make. We either lose all of our profit to taxation or evade taxes by doing business in the black market. I didn't let morality stand in my way, so I bought some recreational drugs from pirates and sold them elsewhere. This first trade made me a decent profit, enough to start making bigger moves. On my way to the next station I ran into some angry pirates who took interest in my newly acquired credits. Good thing their ships aren't really state-of-the-art machines, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But as it turns out, that wasn't the end of my problems. You see, most of the stations in civilized space have patrols, and Kulan, being the largest Tri-Tachyon military colony, had plenty of them. With their patrols watching, I couldn't conduct my legal business. Luckily, I had a trick up my sleeve. I hacked their sensor array and now they are flying around chasing targets that don't exist. Now that the full-blown paranoia has taken over the system, I'm free to continue my tax evasion streak. After running my smuggling operation for a while, I came across this Paragon. This is the single best ship in the game and one of my personal favorites. Regular smuggling is working quite well so far, but stealing and selling stolen goods on the black market, that's where the real money is. I bet those pirates never saw that coming. With my newly acquired Paragon, my fleet was finally capable of handling combat operations. So I decided to take on a bounty. The payout for this pirate fleet wasn't all that impressive, but on my way back I managed to scan some star systems. Always a good opportunity for future expansion. While searching for the perfect location for my new colony, I stumbled upon a planet with a research facility. These facilities are rare and essential for making any serious amount of credits from colonies, but taking over this planet won't be so easy. It's heavily guarded by a large fleet of highly advanced remnant ships. That means I need a bigger fleet. To get there, I plan to ally myself with the Tri-Tachyon Corporation, giving me access to larger conflicts and bigger profits. But for now, I lack the reputation to secure a commission, so I set out to clear some Ludwig church space of pirates. After decimating all of the pirate fleets that stood in my way, 2 exploration missions caught my attention. I don't want to miss an opportunity to find habitable planets while also making a lot of money, so I rushed to do them. While on my way to finish the second mission, I came across a yellow star system with 3 habitable planets that had many resources and a research facility. Also, one of the planets had ruins, and in them I found an alpha AI core. In Starsector, it is believed that artificial intelligence led to the Great Collapse, so AI cores are banned by every faction in the world, and an alpha level AI core is extremely illegal, so smuggling it would be very risky and lucrative. And when it comes to smuggling, I could say I'm somewhat of an expert, so I took the AI core and never looked back. On my way to the core worlds, I snatched a quick bounty and came across a Doom class ship on one of the Tri-Tachyon markets. For those who don't know, Doom is the most advanced high-tech ship in the game. It's basically a space equivalent of a submarine. It can turn every hostile ship into a bomb when heading in another dimension. After stealing cargo from some trade fleets, I finally had some money to spare, so I decided to colonize my first planet. Setting up the colony went smoothly, but defending it on the other hand is not gonna be so easy. You see, I'm allied to Tri-Tachyon and their diplomacy didn't go as well as I'd like it to, which means that I'm now at war with most of the sector. And my fresh defenseless colony is going to be easy pickings. With tensions high, I rushed to the core worlds to earn some credits for my colony. While there, I managed to sell some heavy armaments to rebels of one of the invaded planets. War is just business after all, and if there is profit to be made, I can't let that opportunity go to waste. This made me so much money that I was able to grow my fleet even more. I'm gonna be needing alpha AI cores to govern my colonies, so I went to hunt some remnant fleets in a high danger system. Now that the AI cores are taking care of my planets, I can set up a couple of new ones. I noticed most of my colonies are getting disrupted by terrorism. Thankfully, I had intel on a terrorist base that caused this, so I went to stop them. When I arrived, the whole system was swarmed by Tri-Tachyon fleets, and the station was already being taken care of. Good thing someone actually makes some effort to keep peace in the sector. We've been at war with the hegemony for a long time now, and they are the single strongest faction in the sector. So crippling their economy would be very beneficial for my colony's safety. As you might know, in Starsector there are items that can be placed in a planet's industry to make it significantly better. Chicomostok, as their biggest colony, has a pristine nanoforge which significantly improves their ship's quality. So I've bought every marine and every ground support ship that I could find, and I paid my allies to invade Chicomostok. I helped my friendlies plow through all of the hegemony fleets and destroy their orbital station. And I sent my marines to steal most of their valuables and the nanoforge. Now the poor hegemony has ship quality comparable to pirate fleets, which as you might imagine, is pretty bad. I mean, they still have their industry, that without the nanoforge is gonna be making piles of scrap, and not very large piles of scrap because it also weakens their production amount. I've invested a bit too much credits into my colonies, so much so that I'm now broke. I need a new way to make a lot of cash with low effort. The economy in Starsector is fully simulated. There's supply, demand, production. However, there are also convoys gone missing, stations getting raided, lack of communication which leads to instability, all of which increase the price of commodities in a colony. So I thought to myself, what if you destroy some convoys? Or better yet, Just raid this station and then sell their loot on their own black market. Well, that's surely gonna increase its demand, but it will also get you flagged as a criminal on the whole planet for a few months, so they won't let you trade. And that's easily enough time for the station to get their supplies back, so it won't work. At least that's what I thought for a long time. However, you're able to give colonies to other factions when you capture them. So I found the largest colony in this sector, raided it as much as I could, stole everything I could, then I invaded them and captured the planet. Now while it was under my control, I sold every industry on the planet and gave control to my allies. I was then able to sell them all the things I stole for a ridiculous profit. I mean, they were giving me 4 times the usual amount of money. It's basically inflicting immense pain and suffering for millions of people, selling all of their property for monetary gain, and then selling all of their belongings plus some big guns back to the rebels. They will probably recapture the planet. However, selling on the black market lowers the price but doesn't increase the supply, so it's gonna be miserable for a long time after I'm gone. This has made me so much money that I started questioning why did I set up my colonies in the first place. Starsector is probably one of the few, if not the only game, that measures how much harm you did and pays you for it. After stealing fuel core from the Syndrians and many more advancements, my colonies began to make more money than I knew what to do with. At a stable 1.5 mil per month, I could easily buy every Tri-Tachyon colony. However, I didn't feel like doing that. So I just bought Kulan, which is the most advanced colony in the whole sector. I stripped it of all of its industries and AI cores and then I just gave it back. With the ability to buy and send invasion fleets so large that no faction is able to defend against them and to do that 3 times each month, I was now pretty much unstoppable. There was only one thing left to do. You see, I am commissioned by Tri-Tachyon, which theoretically makes all of my colonies their property. Therefore, when I lose or resign my commission, I will also lose control of my colonies. So I sold all of these star fortresses that were defending my colonies and dropped the commission in an attempt to regain full control. All I had to do now is capture my biggest colony and call for help from all the fleets that my colony could produce. Don't get me wrong, this is not a simple task because calling so many fleets is not exactly cheap. And these fleets need more than a month to be sent out. Meanwhile, Tri-Tachyon is going to constantly try to recapture my only colony, which I must defend with my life. Good thing I have so much money that I could buy the whole Tri-Tachyon faction. And my fleet of about a dozen high-tech capital ships is quite difficult to destroy. My invasion fleets managed to recapture all of my colonies, and friendly defense fleets arrived in my systems. I'm in full control now. Shortly after that I made an alliance with pirates who have the lowest tech level of all factions, which is kinda ironic. My fleet can easily take on even the strongest star fortresses, and I can capture half of the sector with only a few orders. Also, my colonies have the most advanced industries in the whole world. So there you have it, the most advanced empire in the galaxy. It only took countless crimes, numerous civilian casualties, and a world plunge into war and instability to make this happen. But hey, it was fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was playing with mods and I will list all of them in the description. Thank you for staying till the end. Take care.